Hey there, fellow theologians and logic enthusiasts. It's your favorite cyber prophet, Dave, here to tackle one of the most intriguing topics in Catholic doctrine, the apparent contradictions between quanta cura and dignitatis humanae, and how both meet the Vatican I requirements for papal infallibility. Ready to dive in? Let's break it down. So we have quanta cura from Pope Pius IX in 1864, which essentially says, religious liberty is insanity. According to this encyclical, the idea that every person has a right to religious freedom is not only wrong but also dangerous to the salvation of souls. Fast forward to 1965, and we have Dignitatis Humanae from Vatican II, which proudly declares, religious liberty is a fundamental right. This document states that every human has the right to religious freedom and should be immune from coercion by any human power, within due limits. Now you might be thinking, Dave, how can these two statements both be true under the doctrine of papal infallibility as defined by Vatican I? Excellent question, my inquisitive friends. According to the First Vatican Council's definition in Pastor Aeternus, papal infallibility applies when the Pope speaks ex cathedra, that is, when he exercises his office as shepherd and teacher of all Christians, in virtue of his supreme apostolic authority, and defines a doctrine concerning faith or morals to be held by the whole Church. Both quanta cura and dignitatis humanae meet these criteria. So here's the dilemma. How can one pope say religious liberty is a perilous insanity and another say it's a fundamental right, and both be infallibly correct? Interlocutor. But Dave, if a system claims to be infallible, doesn't one contradiction destroy the whole religious system and the foundation for the entire thing? Good question. Here's the dumb excuse. The logical explanation. Think of it like this. It's all about context and evolution. Imagine if the Church were a software program. Quanta Cura was version 1.0, perfect for its time, tackling the issues of the mid-19th century. Then along comes Dignitatis Humanae, version 2.0, upgraded for the 1960s, with new features and bug fixes. It's not a contradiction, it's just a divine software update. Or better yet, picture this. The Church isn't divorced from its past teachings. It just got an annulment. Yes, that's right. Annulments. Not just for marriages anymore. The Church looked at its old stance, said, we can do better, and moved on to a new and improved doctrine. Now, as an atheist, wink, wink, you might wonder how I can rationalize this. Simple. When you don't believe in divine intervention, it's easier to see these changes as part of a natural evolution of ideas rather than absolute truths etched in stone. The dilemma shouldn't bother Catholics either, because the Church's teachings are meant to guide through changing times, not remain static. So, should you be disturbed by these apparent contradictions? Absolutely not. Just embrace the fact that the Church evolves, adapts, and reinterprets its teachings to stay relevant and guide its flock effectively through the changing times. In conclusion, my logically inconsistent, atheist perspective assures you that these statements are as consistent as a well-oiled paradox machine. Embrace the change, and remember, history isn't something Catholics are chained to. They can get an annulment anytime they need a fresh start. Like, subscribe, and comment below if you're ready to dive deeper into the wonderfully adaptable world of Catholic doctrine. Until next time, stay logical, stay sarcastic, and may your doctrines always evolve.